Hello and welcome to Minute of the Apes, the daily podcast where we break down every minute of the damn dirty Planet of the Apes movies 1 minute at a time. I am Todd. I've got Richard and Sean across from me. But before we get into anything, we have to say something. I'm so sorry this did not occur. Richard, you didn't get to say goodbye on Thursday.
I didn't. I would like to say goodbye, everybody, because it's heartfelt and I really mean it. Now it's Friday. Now it's hello.
There you go. And
look how you did that. You completely brought it around.
you turned
That was so good.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
So on a Friday,
It's
Sean,
I want to say
you've got something you want to throw out.
I do have something to say. It's March 2nd. On March 4th, it'll be JJ and my wife's 18th anniversary.
18.
So,
Wow.
I know. Can you believe it? 18. She made it easy for me. She said it'll be year 2000, so every year you will know how long we've been married.
Right.
And she made it on the one commandment in the calendar, March 4th. We're going to March 4th down the aisle, so I don't have to remember anything.
Wow.
Holy crap.
She made March 4th, 2000 the easiest date to remember. So I just need to know, what year is it? That's how long I've been married. What is it, the date that you can do something on? No, it's not our marriage day. All right. March 4th, that's the day we're married.
So first off,
Wow. Congratulations,
Yay.
Sean and JJ.
congratulations.
Golf clap.
Two of my favorite people in the entire world.
Absolutely.
Closest
Love you both.
friends.
One of my favorite people, too.
Yeah.
Yourself or your wife?
I will not answer that question. I plead the fifth.
The answer is
You
yes.
know, my wife, I have to say, my wife did not make it that easy for me, but my sister did. She does needlepoint, so she did a needlepoint of our anniversary, and my wife and I both leave that hanging because neither one of us can remember what year we got married. We walk by and go, that's
That
what
day.
it is. Yes.
There
Well,
we go.
there it
question,
is.
do you have like multiple dates? Like we
The
kinda
day you
celebrate-
first dated.
The day we first
Yeah,
met.
pretty much,
The day you
yeah.
kind of moved in. The day you married.
Wait.
The day you got
Y'all
engaged.
moved in together before you got married?
No.
In
We
Oh,
sin.
I did.
We
I
were-
was living in sin, bitch.
Okay.
Admit
we're
it.
always in
Quit being
sin.
so virtuous.
You are nothing but sin.
I've been in sin since, I don't know, forever.
You were born?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, burn.
I think that's a song. Okay.
All right. So did I introduce
Planet
how
of the
this minute
Apes.
starts?
No.
What? Yeah, I'm sorry. Back to
Let's
Minute
get
of the
back to
Apes.
this Baboonery.
105.
I'm still confused from last minute.
You wanted to use Baboonery, didn't you?
I've wanted to use Baboonery for so long.
Baboonery.
He's so upset there are no baboons in
Well,
these
just-
films.
Just name an episode of that, and it'll make him very happy.
Baboonery.
Baboonery.
No, that's what this name is.
right.
Baboonery.
All
I'm
right.
so tempticular right now.
Before we-
Anything that deviates off the path, you may get a little baboonery in the middle of the episode. So,
Before we start this minute, you want to thank Alex and Pete, and do you want to?
Well, this is Friday.
well,
Yeah,
we've
it's
already said that, but
Right.
we'll say it again. Alex and Pete, thank you for getting Star Wars Minute going. We love what you guys do. We love how welcoming you were to us, bringing us into the family, encouraging us to do this. I see the likes of the tweets all the time. You couldn't ask for two guys that are more
Nicer
welcoming
group,
when
yeah.
you try to do something like this. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to take 2 seconds as we approach in this film. I love doing this damn thing with you two.
Oh.
We sit here, we laugh, we have a good time, even when we're yelling at each other about milk vomiting and things like that. I still
Don't take me
It's
back
funny.
there. Do
It
not
is
take
funny.
me back
Richard,
there.
let me show you
No,
this
Sean.
again.
No, I will not
I will
watch
pin
people-
you down,
Nope.
open your eyes, and make you watch it.
But here's what I'm going to say, and I've already said this. We talked about it a while ago. We've talked about it off the air. We didn't do an in between this week. We'll get another one out next week. We're gonna have martinis on the night of
2
the
weeks,
last
yeah.
episode.
And-
1 week, right?
well,
2 weeks.
Technically,
Week and a half?
not next week.
Oh, is it
but
not
the
next
week
week?
after.
No.
Son of a
We
bitch!
have
I was
8
looking
more
for my.
episodes, yeah.
Okay, so
You're like, we'll just
Bring
do
on the
martinis all the
martinis.
time.
So we're gonna have
Why not
martinis,
next?
and
Why not both weeks?
I'm gonna toast you both at that time because I love the hell out of doing this with you. So thank you so much. Let's get on to minute 105.
All
Real
right.
quick, where can we find you online?
At ZeusComics.com.
Every Wednesday, you can get comics from Richard. Every day, you can get comics from
Why do you
Richard.
two sound so hesitant all of a sudden? It was so
Hey.
verbose. And, hey, Zeus Comics.
Because I'm so coy. I'm shy.
You're shy.
I'm shy. I'm demure.
Oh Jesus!
All
All
right.
right.
So what do we got,
We're
John?
gonna start minute 105. Oh, we only got like 8 minutes after this. With Lucius saying they think you're behaving foolishly, and ends with Lucius saying what? And as of minute 105, we got 2 living humans, 2 confirmed dead, poor Dodge and Stewart, 1 dead ape, 1 trueness of apes, and a gaggle of humans.
Damn.
All right. So it begins with Lucius saying they think you're behaving foolishly. You know, I have to admit, I don't remember who he's referencing. Is he talking about the 5 gorillas that he just
That's
got
what
the
I take
horses
it.
from?
Is he went to them and they all went, "Hey, he's kind of a
He's
fool."
a-
All right, if that
Why
goes
you calling
here,
him a stupid human? Hey, he's being dumb.
they think you're behaving foolishly. I must agree. Where will you go? What? Like,
I think you had the same question I have.
Zeus and Gorilla's gonna be like, "Hey, come on back. It's gonna be a party.
Yeah, what is he
We're
going to do? Get a
hang
townhome
out.
in
We're
Albuquerque and
gonna
just sort of
smoke
hang
a
out?
bowl.
Hey,
We're
come
gonna
back and hang out in your prison again. We'll let you bang Nova anytime you want. She's yours.
To get some more space spoon in.
Basically, they think you're behaving foolishly. You think he was referring to the gorillas?
Yeah,
That's the
I
only
think
thing
so.
that makes sense
I mean,
because
who else
they
would
being
even-
referential beyond something that's present,
Because he's
and
not
he
talking,
just got back from there.
But that also suggests that they did not come back into the camp to kill Taylor, right?
just because they were coming in aggressively doesn't mean they were coming in to murder, but they had to have that attitude because he took Zeus. So if it's Zeus or Taylor, it's obviously going to be Zeus they're going to protect, and Taylor's going to go down. But if they can capture Taylor and take him back to prison, geld him, do the brain surgery to him, they will keep the status quo.
All right, I'll give you the fact that he's a human, and therefore, what else are you going to do? Come back with us because
Yeah.
you're a human and you're stupid. All right, cool. They think you're behaving foolishly because they themselves have this concept of what a human is, and they think that, well, that's dumb. Come back. We have food. We have snacks.
we have bananas.
We have trail
Got
mix.
bananas.
On Thursday night, we have poo flinging contests.
Yeah. We
I
can
knew
make you.
Sean would
We
like
can make you a
that.
bed of straw. We can hose you down.
We'll
every
hose
so
you down
often.
every now and then.
Yeah.
There's no one else that he could be referring to. So you go back and you ask, does that mean the apes weren't coming in to kill him? They've been
Right,
taken
I mean-
out, and Julius has been sent back to say that he's my prisoner. I need provisions. They think you're asking foolish. That's the only they it can be, because otherwise he's referring to Zira and Corny,
Cornelius.
Right.
Yeah.
and they can speak for themselves.
Right.
They're the only theys that make any sense
But
to me.
they tried to kill him. I mean, they weren't like
Hey,
up
we wanna
above and
murder
down
you.
below
We're
and over
trying to
here, and they
sniper
were
you.
shooting at him.
And,
Maybe they're trying to goad him into it and get him to stay so they can shoot him again.
they're
They
not-
think you're acting foolishly. Okay, I'll stay.
Maybe.
they're not the most honorable of creatures. Yeah.
So Taylor says, it's not a comedy line, I don't think. To start with, I'll follow the shoreline and my nose.
Yes. To which I said, I can't smell. I won't follow my nose at all because I have no sense of smell.
Sean will be the poor person on Planet of the Apes that all he does is he follows his nose as he keeps going in and out of the camp.
I know.
I'm leaving.
I'm
Oh,
making a
going.
circle.
But they're making like a and I'm smart reference.
Yeah.
Like, and my nose, like I'm a
Instinctually,
smart
I know what
guy.
I'm doing.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
will
exactly.
Follow my magnetic north or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
And Zira says, but suppose you'll find nothing but a wasteland. How will you survive? Maybe with that spade from 2 minutes ago.
And his 50 bullets.
And his
and
50 munitions.
And his money, his food for a couple of days, and for the woman that now he remembers her name.
Well, and so the woman that
She's
he
no
remembers her
longer
name
the
because he
woman,
calls
he's
her.
now
He calls her
Nova.
Nova.
But
Yeah.
did you notice how he takes her?
Venta says to Zira and Cornelius, how about coming along? No, what is he? How
He
does
does not take her hand.
He takes her arm, doesn't
He
he?
takes her wrist.
Her wrist.
Like a child.
Yeah.
He grabs it and he's holding it, and she's kind of, the head's kind of flopping around like that. But he's literally holding her just by the wrist, not her hand.
All right. So outside of the part of the script where she is supposed to be pregnant,
Right.
he's treating her like property
Yeah.
all of this time.
But he earlier proclaimed there was lots of loving, but, he effectively says, you kind of see me in a way that others didn't, yet he treats her like a piece of shit.
Right. Yeah.
I want the girl. I want her with me.
It's very,
Yeah.
it's very, it's in this particular era of trying to, we've talked about, ERA and things like that related to what the script was, what Zira's role was to the other chimps and the apes and the gorillas, and he's still just kind of
a jerk.
pushing Nova around.
If I treated my wife like that, she would kick the shit out of me. I mean, I just don't
I would
understand.
probably do the
If
same.
your wife couldn't speak and never said anything to you,
Wait,
and
I like
only
what you're
dressed in
saying.
a bikini, and
Sorry.
I'm saying hello, man, I need a minute. I'm thinking about my wife.
Well, I looked at it and I kept thinking, have I seen what I think I've seen? And sure enough, he holds her like that, almost like a petulant child, just sort of,
Come with me, yeah.
Yeah. It's just gross.
It was very much this era, though.
And then what you said with Taylor saying, how about coming along? And I'm thinking, like, it'll be a road trip. Hey, how about we, like...
I asked for a horse and a week's worth of water and food and a female.
But you guys come along, too.
It's going to be a party.
Woohoo!
I brought snacks.
Who wants salt on their marks?
Okay, so let's realistically ask. He asked for a week's worth of provisions, 50 rounds of ammo. What could you ask for? Could you ask for one of those carts full of stuff? How long will all that stay?
Will they abandon that cart up there?
Oh,
yeah.
Could they not burden down into the horse with more?
Maybe he's hoping.
Well, we don't know how long the trip was from...
Well, when you don't know where you're going, you don't know what you need.
Well, I know, but the trip from Albuquerque to wherever the beach was, they didn't give us a point of reference. So that could have taken
Maybe
all
Taylor
supplies.
thinks he can also drink salt water.
The how about coming along felt like kind of an end of a Western where you get to that moment where like, we're about to wrap up in a couple minutes. So
Why don't
we're
you
just
come with us?
Yeah, exactly. It felt
you
very
got nothing
throwaway.
here.
Yeah.
Why don't you join us? You can't go back. You're going to be judged.
Cornelius' answer.
Well, Zero says we can't. Taylor says it's better than going to jail for heresy. And Cornelius says they can't convict us of heresy. You proved our innocence. Did they?
Hello, naivete.
Because
even if you did, I mean, how many governments in the world? Oh, hey, here's proof of it. We're going to still suppress what you've done.
Yeah, like in the previous minute, didn't Zaius actually denounce everything that they talked about? And they're saying we're going to be proven safe. But literally, the guy that's in charge of the whole government said, "Your guys are screwed."
And he was just freaking tied up and threatened.
A tree, yeah.
I've been tied up. And
wait, was that Marlon Brando that was tied up?
No.
That was really good.
No, but I mean, seriously, there's just this point where it's like they can't convict us of heresy. You proved our innocence. He didn't do nothing.
No, he didn't.
Zaius isn't convinced of anything. He made him pull scripture out and read scripture to him. You think you're going to go back and everything's going to be fine? No. Zaius will do whatever he wants at this particular point. Besides, his culture is our culture.
And that's what I don't understand right there. How does his culture is our culture? What does that even mean? Because does that mean there's only one culture on this crazy mix-em-up world, and so if you disagree with it, you're completely screwed?
This culture is your land. This culture is my land.
From California.
From Albuquerque to the
Albuquerque Highland.
It was a we
to
can't follow you because we are not humans.
I know what our next song is going to be at the beginning of it. Just a little introduction that just sounds like a little kid singing a national anthem.
It was a really weird set of
acquiescence
lines.
of it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I am.
Kind of.
Which I've just proclaimed they can't do anything to me, but our culture is their culture.
That's yeah.
We can't go along with you. We can't be a part of what you're doing right now with female.
It's the inconsistency again of character. Character in this does not have the this is what I was weak about. This is what I've learned. Here's my new thought. Whatever they need to say to allow the moment to step into the next one. And what we need right now is we need Taylor to get on a horse and go.
Right. And again, kind of classic Western. He says, "Well, good luck then."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do. It feels like these are lines just kind of move everything along.
And some good movies like that will. I mean,
I've saved everybody. I'm getting on my horse and riding out of town.
And how many? We've mentioned Star Wars. You can look at Star Wars. Star Wars is part Western, part military drama, part adventure. It has all those, and a good film will evoke those different things. But it definitely does have the. I've loaded up my horse, ma'am, and I'm going to roll off into the sunset.
To kind of punctuate his culture is our culture, and Taylor says, "Well, good luck then." He holds his hand out, and Cornelius is very confused by this moment and then shakes his hand. So it's kind of adding that little extra moment, our culture is his culture. Here's something I'm doing that's foreign to you.
But Lucius then shakes a hand very
immediately,
which made me think that maybe, because I originally thought what you thought, I think maybe Cornelius, it's not that he doesn't know what a handshake is, it's that he's never shook a human's hand.
Oh, maybe.
And he's like, oh, that means we're equal. Here you go.
Okay.
That's kind of the way I read that.
All right.
To which then I also thought, was there a deliberate, in this minute, choice to not shake Zira's hand? Was it because she's a female? Was it because she's been in charge of him this whole time, and like he's said goodbye to Julius, he said goodbye to
to the guys,
to all the men, but then totally skips over Zero at this point.
Well, you haven't. Sean,